What if the most dangerous weapon ever made is the reason we still alive today? Right now, the tensions in the Middle East are exploding. Iran, Israel, and USA are exchanging strikes, leaders are being targeted, and critical infrastructure is being damaged. And the risk of escalation feels closer than it has in years. And in the middle of this, one unsettling question is resurfacing. Would this be happening if Iran already had nuclear weapons? Do nuclear weapons actually prevent wars? Or are they making the world more dangerous than ever? Let's discuss. Let's ground this in what's happening right now. Since the February 2026, the conflict escalated dramatically. Constant airstrikes, drone attacks, and retaliation cycles. This isn't just a political tension anymore. It's an active confrontation. And since Iran is a non-nuclear state, it raises a brutal but important observation, and that is the countries without nuclear weapons are far more vulnerable to direct military actions. To ease out this complex situation, let's assume three possibilities: nuclear state versus nuclear state, no nuclear state versus no nuclear state, and third is a nuclear state versus no nuclear state. I think I'm confusing now. Nuke versus nuke, no nuke versus no nuke, nuke versus no nuke. When two nuclear states come into a war, there is very less chance that they will exchange nuclear weapons, because here a special doctrine come into play, the mutually assured destruction doctrine, also known as MAD doctrine. If one country attacks with nukes, second country will be forced to use nukes, and this would be a lost situation for both of the countries. And in non-nuclear versus non-nuclear state, there is no chance of exchange of nukes. But the biggest problem is nuclear versus no-nuclear state. And this is what we are seeing in ongoing conflict, where one power always has a destructing weapon as their last resort. And the main question is, what if Iran already had nuclear weapons? Did America dare to attack Iran in this case? And this brings us to a central idea in international politics, the nuclear deterrence. It's very simple. If you attack a nuclear armed state, you risk a total destruction. And this idea shaped the Cold World War era. The United States and Russia had enough weapons to destroy each other, but they never fought directly. This is because something we just talked about, the mutually assured destruction doctrine. If one launches, both lose. And paradoxically, this fear may have prevented the World War III. Even today, countries like North Korea are often seen untouchable to some extent, not because they are powerful conventionally, but because they have nuclear weapons. So the instinct is not wrong that the nuclear weapons deter large-scale invasion, but there is something where the situation becomes complicated. Nuclear weapons do not make countries safe. They only prevent certain types of war less likely, but open the doors to others. Even nuclear powers deal with cyber attacks, covert operations, and economical sanctions. So instead of preventing the wars entirely, nukes are just reshaping it. Less world wars and more shadow wars. Now connect this back to Iran. As a country, you are seeing your infrastructure being damaged, your supreme leaders being killed, and your sovereignty is being targeted. What would you do? Many analysts claims that the nuclear deterrence is the answer. Without the nuclear weapons, you are exposed, and with the nuclear weapons, you are harder to touch. And this creates a domino effect. If one country develops nuclear weapon, its rivals, probably its neighbors, must have to develop nukes just to make them feel safe. And suddenly, the world would be a place with around 300 different parties having nuclear weapons. At first glance, it might seem logical. More nukes, more deterrence, less wars. But this is not true in every situation. More nuclear states also means more chances of miscalculations, more chances of accidental launches, and more chances of unauthorized use and risk of nuclear material falling into the wrong hands. Now imagine this risk multiplied by the number of states having nuclear armaments. It's like handing over a grenade to every single guy in the town, which they're gonna use in every street fight. The system won't become stable, it will become more fragile. So, did nuclear weapons prevent the World War III? Many experts would say yes, but not alone. Many other important factors played an important role, such as the global trade interdependence, diplomacy and international institutions, and sheer traumas of World War II. Nukes were the part of the equation, but not the whole story. My personal view is that there should be no country having weapons of mass destruction, irrespective of its size and international say. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section and see you in the next video. Bye bye.